So folks, Omar Hosea, the real. Excuse the ice cream in my hand. It's late night here on the East Coast. It's most gonna get most. Well, I can't say that. Keep that to myself. Anyway, this is gonna be something about, cause it seems like we can't break the spell of being called black. So we're gonna start with black man and what word black man means. Action, like run, jog, skip, walk, or pause. So, now, we know in the book of Obadiah, in the Bible, that the pale skin is Edom. And they're going to be destroyed. Everything that they made is going to be destroyed. You don't believe me? We'll read that for you. Book of Obadiah. Bible. It says, this is what the sovereign Lord says about Edom. We have heard a message from the Lord, and an envoy was sent to the nations to say, rise and let us go against her for battle. See, I will make you small among the nations, and you will be utterly despised, and the pride of your heart has deceived you, and you live in the clefts of the rocks. You make your home in the heights. You say to yourself, you can bring me down to the ground. You soar like the eagle. Make your nest among the stars, meaning out in outer space. And so that right there, let us know who's out there in outer space. The Russians and the Europeans, Edom. So that right there is a test of the prophecy saying how they're going to be in the stars and the eagle. So there you go. Can't argue with scripture, right? Then in James, the book of James, it says that, let me get that up for you guys. Here we go. Oh, man. Book of James 4:1-10 says that, humble yourself before the Lord, and He will lift you up. That's not what I'm looking for. Sorry about that. Okay. Doesn't say too much about it. I had one of these notes. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, oh yeah, I know what it had to do with. So in James 11, it says, submit yourselves then to God, resist the devil, and he will flee you. Come near to God, and he will come near to you. Wash your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, and you're double-minded. You can't do what Edom do and try to do this thing either. It says, grieve, mourn, and wail. Change your laughter to mourning and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and He will lift you up. And so until you change all your stuff, your happiness here, your party, and your tattoos, and all that stuff, till you change that into suffering, that's a problem. This is James 4. Bang. And so now, at the time, Claudius was king when the word Christian was born. And then in Acts 25, Acts chapter 25, verse 26, Peter was in prison for accepting a new name and the way the pagans did things. And so, what the point we're trying to get to is that our name's been changed and we've been lied to about who we are, And we have no desire to go look for it because we're okay with accepting ourselves being called black men or black people. And we accept the fact because those guys across the Atlantic, down in Congo and all that, or black people, you think that we look like them because you think we them. And so you like, oh, well, since he's dark skinned, I'm dark skinned, we just like him. No. All fish in water, not saltwater fish. You know? And all fish in the ocean aren't freshwater fish. So, gotta separate the wheat from the chaff, right? So here we go. We're going to the dictionary, we're going to look up the word black. And then I'm going to draw something on here about black. Get this paper ready. Fresh piece too. So we got bull, right? Oh, let's see what brightness means. The condition of equality of being bright. The luminous aspect of a color as distinct from its hue, by which it is regarded to as approaching the maximum luminosity of the pure white or the lack of luminosity or pure black. Now, let me read that again. It is approaching the maximum luminosity of pure white or lack of luminosity of pure black. Lack of luminosity of pure black. So that means if you are a pure black man, you lack the luminosity of light. That's in the word brightness. So if brightness is telling us that you're lacking something and that makes you pure black, I don't think you want to be a black man or a black woman, because if you say you have power, do you have no wisdom? Because your wisdom is your light. Your light is your consciousness. Your consciousness is your knowledge. Your knowledge is of self that puts you in a higher space than being an animal. Using zoo logic. And so you have to have a zookeeper come watch over you, called the turnkey or prison guard. Because you would come without wisdom with all that power. So I don't think you want to be a black family. But when you look at it, we call ourselves black, and realizing that, not realizing, we're admitting that we have no light. So here we go here. Black. 1. On a darkest color, the opposite of white, a surface perfectly black cannot reflect light. Let me read that again. Black cannot reflect light. Darkened skin or complexion, black men are pearls in boisterous ladies' eyes. 3. Negro. 4. Destitute of light, incomplete darkness, dark. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. Figurative speaking, dismal, gloomy, sullen, forbidding, or the like. Destitute of moral light or goodness. Mournful, calamitous, evil, wicked. You know, man, it's just too much to call yourself black. Now, let's look up the word man. So we got black, we got lack of blackness, and now let's go find man. Yeah, M-A-R. M-A-R. Man. Okay, Manly's. Mainly's. Man Drill Press. Mandate. Man. Here we go. Now, man, it says for a man is akin to a human being, a person, whether male or female. The human race, mankind used without an adult male human being, sometimes a boy, an adult male servant, follower, attendant, subordinate, male employee, workman, the employer talk, a husband, as they were man and wife, a lover, a person with qualities conventionally regarded as manly, such as strength, courage, manly qualities, versatility, a player on the team, one of the pieces used in the chess checkers, in nautical usage, a ship used, man, to take assigned places, man, exclamation of pleasure, man, a male. So, if you're all these things without light and you cannot reflect light and you have no brightness, then why would you want to be a black man? What is intelligent about being a black man if you cannot reflect any light or wisdom? So that means you're going to always be using somebody else's light. That's why they call themselves white men. And so that'll be the next skit. But till next time, stop calling yourself black man or black folks, because words have meaning, because it's in the dictionary. Alright? Love yourself. God love the truth, man. Seek it, find out who you are. You just may find out that you're more and that you're a Muslim if you submit to the will of God and study the Torah. Till next time, Omar Jose, saying solid, peace, one love.